Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to be doing something a little bit different, and I wanted to try another Booktube tag type video. I recently saw one of Elliot Brooks' videos where she did a giving tag, and I thought that seemed like the list was some good questions and that'd be fun to answer. And also it's always a great time to just kind of remind people about giving to others. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world, but as we go into the giving season, kind of with the holiday season, I think it's always a good reminder about that. So I'll have a link down below for an option there. Definitely feel free to check that out. And then otherwise I will get on with the questions. I'm also going to have the questions in the description down there as well. And then I'll read off each one as I go. So with that, let's talk the questions. The first one is going to be, if I could give everyone a book, what book would it be? And I thought about this one a lot because there's lots of books I'd love to recommend, and there's lots of books that I like that I don't know if everybody would like. Other fantasy readers, it's a lot easier to recommend for, but I wanted to think of something that would have kind of broad appeal that many people might like. I ended up going with Good Omens. I think Good Omens was not only a fantastic book by Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman, but it just had such appeal to kind of a mass audience. The TV show was pretty popular, and that was something that I think most people could enjoy as well. And so that's something I think that maybe will get people thinking a little bit more about kind of the fantasy-esque world. I think it's a fun book that most people could enjoy, so that's kind of what I went with that. So question 2, and I'm using Elliot's wording here, so what is a book that I couldn't give a rat's hiney about? And to that, I have to say, basically any dystopian teen world book, I am so sick of them. It's one of those things where we just see a flood of these books still that are ripoffs of The Hunger Games. That was a ripoff of Battle Royale anyway, and it's just kind of enough is enough. For me, I know they're really popular and they're going to kind of keep going, but just think of some different things. There's so many different things we can do and that you can write about. Just do something different. That's where I'm at with that. So what is question 3, what is something that I hope to be given around the holidays, so receive as a gift? I do tend to buy too many books in general. I guess right now the ones that I am needing are the 5th season First Broken Earth book, and then Malice by John Gwynne. Those are 2 series I'm wanting to start, but I haven't gotten the books yet, so hey, maybe I will, and we'll go from there. Question 4, what is a book that I've given up on? Without hesitation, Rhapsody by Elizabeth Hayden. I did not finish that book, and there's a series after it as well. I have no desire to read it. I have not had a book I enjoyed less in quite some time. It wasn't for me. I posted a whole kind of rant review on it. If you do want to check that out, you can find that on my channel. But yeah, I just I could not do that book. It was not for me, and I will never go back to that series. Number 5, what is something I wish an author would give more time to, or a character that author would give more time to? And this is probably kind of cheating, but I'm going to go with the Wheel of Time and the Ashaman in general. I felt like we didn't really ever get to dig super deep into the Ashaman, and in the last few books we got a little bit more, but that was something I was always so interested in with the concept, so that's something I'd really like to see more. Probably won't ever get an option to, but I definitely would like to if ever there's an opportunity for it. And then tying in with that, question 6 is, what is a character I wish an author would give less time to? And that I'm going with 2, and that's Lizhen and Doki from The Blackest Heart. This is the 5 Warrior Angels series by Brian Lee Durfee. And this is one I changed my mind on in general. I had kind of given up on it after the first book, and then was persuaded by the author to try the second book. And I know he said they're going to be in the next book, but I don't like them, and I could use less of them. And I guess I'm just going to have to deal with it, but it is what it is. So question 7 is, if I had to give up most of my books, what would I keep? That is really hard because I like my books, but you can probably see behind me I tend to prioritize a little bit. So Wheel of Time shelf up top, Brandon Sanderson shelf 2, and then as we go, still lots of things I like. So if I really had to pare down, I would keep some of the big series that I really have enjoyed, and if I, had to really slim down, Wheel of Time is something I just would never get rid of. It took me a while to actually get the full collection, and it's something that I reread quite a lot, and so that's kind of what I would prioritize as things that I'm going to reread. I have other books that I own that I may or may not reread in comparison as much, but anything that I like enough that I'm going to want to go through it again is something I definitely would like to keep. So hopefully nobody makes me get rid of my books. That would be very sad. I do not want to do that. Number 8, what is the best bookish thing or book that I've been given? And that actually would have to be the bookshelf back there. That was a custom bookshelf that my wife had made for me that has lots of Wheel of Time symbols on the sides as well. And it's just something I really, really enjoyed, and it's actually the specific length I needed to fit all of my Wheel of Time books, plus the encyclopedia up there, so it's pretty cool, and I enjoy it. Question number 9, what is a book I wish I could just give right back that I was given, and that also, without hesitation, Red Rising, and basically see the answer to question number 2 as to why I did not enjoy that book whatsoever and will not be reading the rest of the series. And then number 10, what is a time a character was given something that was meaningful? And this one, I was really trying to think, and I hate to do it, but I am going to steal Elliot's answer because she mentioned something that Syl gives Kaladin in The Way of Kings, and I'm rereading Stormlight right now, and it's just the only thing that comes to mind specifically. I couldn't think of any other scenes, so I'm still gonna go with that. So sorry for stealing your answer, Elliot, but I took your video idea anyway too. But it was for sharing, so hopefully that makes it okay. But those are my 10 answers. If you watch this and do your own, I'd love to watch yours as well and just see how this differs. I thought this was something fun to do, and I wanted to try out doing some of this other different types of content instead of just reviews. So if you're watching this and you do enjoy it, let me know. If you'd like to see more content like this, feel free to give a video a like. And if you'd like to see more of my content in general, then feel free to subscribe.